All right. Well, before we get into hard bodies, we should get into the new segment, movie recommendations. This is the second episode we're doing this, so I guess I'll start.
All right.
I'm keeping with the theme of the episode, going with Fraternity Vacation. I have this is
Uh-huh.
this weird double DVD here. So yeah, not Reform School Girls. Talking Fraternity Vacation, starring one Tim Robbins, Stephen Jeffries, and Sherry G. Wilson. Also Amanda Bierce. John Vernon plays kind of the villain, which is great for him after kind of on the heels of Animal House and whatnot. He's a great he's a great heel, great foil. I watched this for the first time a couple of years ago, and I was really impressed with how much I liked it. I was very surprised. Uh, there's a lot of great TNA action, and like with hard bodies, I'll get into it later, but I kind of don't really care as much for the second half of hard bodies because I love the first half, and the second half I'm kind of like meh. Well, I think Fraternity Vacation is kind of sustained entertainment all the way through. There's a lot of quotable lines, a lot of good looking girls. Uh, I guess the only drawback is one of the main girls is Amanda Bierce, and you're kind of like, don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss me with that
I,
Amanda
I
Bierce shit, but
yeah, I hate to say I'm like one of the few like Fright Night detractors, and one of the reasons is like Amanda Bierce. I just don't. I was like, could you get somebody else in here? Like I think she doesn't. Oh yeah, she kind of ruins it for you. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's all right. No, it's that's exactly right. Um, but yes, this is kind of hard to get now. It's out of print. Kino did a Blu-ray of it a couple years ago, and I kind of took it for granted. And they put it back in the vault or whatever. They just had a limited run, so you can't get the Blu-ray anymore unless you're paying an arm and a leg somewhere. The DVDs are a bit harder to get. They're kind of out of print too. I think you can get this one for maybe about 20 bucks. It isn't the best transfer either. That's why I really am missing that Kino Blu-ray right about now. But yeah, look out for Fraternity Vacation. It's on all the free streaming apps. Um, not sure if it's on any premium ones, but check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know what's weird about? I just realized this when I was rewatching Hard Bodies is that like okay, Kathleen Kinmont is in Fraternity Vacation,
Right.
and
Yep.
I believe she does nudity. And now Kathleen Kinmont is also in Hard Bodies, and she's weirdly doesn't do nudity, even though like everybody around her is. And it's like like why not? Like what? Like she's like nude in like 20 movies, and like for some reason, like they couldn't get her to pop her top in Hard Bodies, you know?
Because
Like
she's the one that's skating down the boardwalk, right?
she's the one I think where they tell her that like they're going to do a fashion shoot or like she wants to be a model or something like that, and
Yeah,
they're like.
that's what
Yeah,
because
there's gonna be an agent at the party.
yeah, he
Yes,
falls
yeah.
down in front of her as she's skating down the boardwalk, and then like yeah, there's gonna be a lot of photographers there.
Right. Yeah.
Whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do the photo shoot at the party. She's the only one that doesn't show tits.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because especially it's weird specifically because she's like been nude in every in like 20 different movies. It's like for some reason not in Hard Bodies. Like it's like not this one, you guys. Like I don't know.
Oh, and speaking of fraternity vacation, Barbara Crampton's in there as well. Because
Yeah.
if it's a TNA movie in the '80s, there's about a 15% chance that Barbara Crampton's in it.
Yeah.
Brett, why don't
Yeah.
you go next?
My recommendation is Mask, the 1985 story of Rocky Dennis, not the Jim Carrey, The Mask. Um, yeah, it's by Peter Bogdanovich. And it's got Eric Stoltz is amazing as Rocky Dennis. Cher is his mother. She's also very good in this. Sam Elliott shows up in a shirt that says "Free Mustache Rides" at one point. Estelle Getty's in there looking surprisingly young. Uh,
Hmm.
but I'm a little surprised because I had been wanting to watch this for a long time. It used to be very commonly referenced in other media. Like Family Guy did like 3 or 4 different episodes where they made jokes about this. And I know it's been referenced in
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff too. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, other than like I knew Rocky Dennis, what he looked like. And it's like surprisingly
Hmm.
touching and fun and heartfelt and um like it's a really great movie. Like I was shocked at how much I like this movie. I got the DVD from Amazon last year, and I think it was $5. I don't think it's on Blu-ray
Hmm.
or 4K. It's really hard to find on streaming. Um, so I don't know if the price has gone up for the DVD, but I would recommend it. It's the director's cut. Um, and I haven't seen the theatrical cut, so I'm not totally sure all of the differences. Um, there are a couple extra scenes in the director's cut, which you can tell because the video quality is much worse in those additional scenes than the rest of the movie. And I think they might have changed the soundtrack a little bit or added some songs that weren't in the theatrical. Um, the
Yeah,
soundtrack is another
I
thing
think.
that's amazing about this movie too. It's like a ton of like really popular rock and roll songs. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean, if you never seen it, feel free to buy it blind, if you can get it for $5 like I did. I think you will definitely enjoy Mask.
Yeah, I remember that being good. Yeah. What I think one of the issues was with the soundtrack. Like, I don't know if the version the if the director's cut changed. Like, this is my fuzzy memory that like Bogdanovich didn't want the Bob Seger music on, like Bob Seger on, like, because the real guy the story's based on was like a fan of, I think, Bruce Springsteen or something like that. It's something like
Hmm.
where like there was he thought it was like a not, accurate to like what that guy actually liked, but yeah,
Right.
that's my
Yeah,
sorry,
I
go ahead.
just looked it up on IMDb. It does say it replaces Bob Seger songs with Bruce Springsteen songs.
Yeah, okay, it's been a while.
So, yeah, Mask is a fantastic movie. I liked it way more than I was expecting to. Like I thought it would be kind of a, watch it as kind of a goof,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a thing to
Almost like a
check it
corny
off the
after
list.
school TV special with Cher.
Right.
Hmm.
And Cher is actually really fantastic in this as his she's his mother and she hangs out with a bunch of bikers and he's friends with the
Hmm.
bikers and they look out for him and he's got a super positive attitude even though he's they want to send him to like special needs school and stuff and everybody tells him take that mask off. I'm like, well, it's my face, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into the details of hard bodies, I wanted to
Oh wait. Oh,
oh, oh
do I get to
yes, you need to do your
yeah.
movie recommendation. I almost forgot.
Yeah, my movie recommendation. Yeah, I got three movies, but I'll pick one.
Okay.
I'll do the I'm gonna recommend the 4K of Excalibur, which I think is like the cinematic event of the decade, and maybe the last 2 decades, maybe the last 3 decades, that they finally got this thing on, like, in like a good transfer. Like, apparently the other transfers of it that everybody's been watching were off. Like, it was like I could tell something was like wrong. I'm not the most technical guy, but I just knew like, oh, there's something wrong with the way these images are framed. Like, and so apparently they got that corrected. So
Hmm.
I would have to read more about that. But so like the fact that this is now how it was actually meant to be seen, is like, yeah, it's great, and it's a really good. It makes the movie better. It's just, it's yeah. There's something about like certain things visually when they don't sit right with me. I feel like John Malkovich in Transformers 3 when he's like, "It is a visual, therefore a visceral betrayal. Stop it." You know, like that's how I kind that's kind of how I felt with watching the other Transformers of Excalibur. Just like I just knew it was off, and so yeah, the Excalibur 4K, the John Boorman's Excalibur 4K. That's my recommendation.
Okay. You and Roger Avery. He's like
Oh,
obsessed with that.
really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know he's a big fan.
It's one of his favorite films. I will say God, I should look it up again. Was it Tim Richmond? I forget who the cinematographer was for this film. Let's look it up here.
It was Tom Richmond.
Yeah, sorry, yes. Tom Richmond. He knows how to shoot women, doesn't he? I think all the women are photographed incredibly in this film.
There's something you don't see in movies anymore. The male gaze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Also,
why
like,
I'm more so into 80s comedies, especially today, because like you're uh not even getting teased with it or than any movies these days. You don't even get a taste.
No.
I also too like I think a lot of like modern camera stuff makes actors look weirdly cadaverous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's something about the way like it's either the digital thing or the lighting or something, where it's like, God, these people look like they're like walking corpses or something. It just makes people look bad.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that unadulterated like male gaze thing is like they would just never if they even attempted something like that in a movie, they would punish you for it. You know what I mean? Like there would be some kind of punishment coming down from the movie, even if they, like I yeah.
They'd probably shoot it like Slumber Party Massacre, where it's done very
Yeah.
voyeuristically and you feel like a creep watching it. Because it's, very super feminist and whatnot. I love
They
Slumber
would
Party Massacre, but
Yeah.
it's like the nudity is so I mean some of it's just like very is shown very nonchalantly, just like I'm just gonna get out of bed and get naked because that's what I do. But some of like in the shower scene specifically, it was like, we all know what you came here for. Here's the nudity. Here, look at it. You dirty
That's
fuck,
like
you.
that was also you know who does that too? I think Judd Apatow kind of does that, where like he'll have like there'll be sort of nudity in his movies, but it's always like kind of so deglamorized and so like
Yeah.
almost it's almost anti-sexual, like the way like it's like it's so it's like I don't know, it's like makes it like really yeah. There's no like male gaze or glamorization to it. It's just it's like a uh, it's nothing, you know.
I forget
Yeah,
what I was watching the other day, but I think it was a movie from 2006. I've been watching so many movies recently, I forget. And I can't look up my letterbox right now, but there was a sex scene in it with nudity. I was like, God, this is like one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Because after the aughts, like that was kind of a wrap for that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
well,
But
now
Yeah,
you only see the dudes now. Like I just saw Over Your Dead Body, and there's a sex scene with Timothy Olyphant and Juliette Lewis, and you see his ass.
yeah,
They did that in
yeah.
Hamnet too. You see Paul Mescal's ass, but not the other chicks
he was with
yeah.
a
I remember
chick.
Oliver. Yeah, I remember Oliver Stone's Savage was
with the
doing that
bride.
too. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's 2012, right? Savages.
yeah, yeah. And it was like you see the dude's ass, and it's like, but no,
Mm.
but like she's still wearing her like top and stuff. You're like, oh, okay.
Were you thinking of
Ugh.
Grandma's Boy,
What's that?
I'm not
Mulder?
perhaps maybe. What was that 04?
That was '06, but that's the
06?
only thing on your letterbox recently that's in that time period.
Because there's Jonah Hill sucks a boob in that movie for like a half hour to an hour, Like they periodically check in on him again, and he's still sucking this girl's boob.
That's,
Um, and yeah, there's some gratuitous nudity in that aspect.
Or
That
maybe it was
was,
Mr. Brooks.
I don't think there's. No, yeah, it was Mr. Brooks, because have you guys seen Mr. Brooks?
I have not.
is that the Kevin Costner where the Kevin Costner's a serial killer? Is that
Yeah,
where that's
yeah,
the one? Okay, no, I did not see that one.
because yeah, he's a serial killer, and um, I think it's the first one I see in the movie. He kills a couple that he breaks into their apartment and they're getting it on. They're kind of I forget what you call it, like an exhibitionist couple, I guess. They like to do it with all the windows open, like the shades open so neighbors can see and shit. I guess they turns them on. But they were,
Mhm.
they're really going at it. They're completely naked on top of the bed. You see your breasts, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like a real deal sex scene." Yeah, 2006. Mr. Brooks was the last one. It
Hmm.
was a decent movie. So Costner, is playing against type, and then he has like an alter ego or just a voice in his head that's basically, Satan, telling him to kill people, and it's played by William Hurt, who just hangs out in the background. That, you know, obviously Costner's the only one who can see him or talk to him, but he just follows him around wherever he goes, and so he just hangs out with William Hurt the whole movie. But yeah, it's an interesting. Oh, and Dane Cook is in it. Dane Cook witnesses Costner doing this, and so he blackmails into teaching him how to kill people because he's like a weirdo.
Hmm.
Mr. Brooks is 2007, by the way. It says in IMDb.
Yeah, you
Um,
said it was 2006.
yeah, my bad. But yeah, Demi Moore is the cop investigating, the detective. Not a bad movie, that Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, I have to check that out. I've never seen it. I'll have to check that out.
Back to Hardbodies. Yeah, I love the way the women are photographed in here. Very I forget how you put it earlier, Brett.
Breezy.
Well, not that, but just or as you were saying, Richard, the unadulterated, the male, unapologetic
Mhm.
male gaze. Like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're looking
Yeah.
at.
Mhm.
I was gonna joke that if they remade this today, they would gender swap it,
Yeah,
Probably,
probably.
yeah. Yeah.
and then you just see
Well,
dongs all through the whole movie.